Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To the ground with the back. Got the first down and more. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
That's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, we talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had, these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
Gonna run it. It's Washington. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They're going to test the right side with this one. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28. The Huskies headed quickly to the line. Looking to pass. It's McMillan. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their conference.
The give on the inside. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. Guys, let's chat a little bit about Clemson. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Clemson.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. Absolutely center cut. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And They don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
He'll bring it out. It's Lawson. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. There he goes. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's McMillan. Quick strike complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Huskies are in the hurry-up. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Good job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away, forced the incompletion.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Handoff to the single running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the gun, the running back has it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Denson. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Looking for room, it's Washington. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. The Huskies want to pick up the tempo.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Back to the ground with the running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll try the run. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Looking to move the chains, Washington now on 4th down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Ready to fire from the pistol. Looking downfield, it's Denson. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got a man, it's White. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. back to pass. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Here he goes. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Clemson.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. The DBs will back off a bit. Looking for space. It's Ford. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, that's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Oh, they're after him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Washington.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's McMillan. Heaves it on the run. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
Punt is in the air. Hauls it in, looking for space. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
They boot it away on 4th down. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the run, it's Washington. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Washington wants to go quickly.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Dropping back, it's McMillan. Got it in the middle, it's Harris. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
The give to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on MT if they can stop him on 3rd down. Got it behind the line. It's 4. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. quickly complete. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll try to get it in with the run. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many 1st downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
And that's a nice end to this 1st half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Slips through the line. He finally goes out of bounds, and what a way to wrap up the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line...
Oh, he's got some space. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the 1st half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the 2nd half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They'll go right back to it. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson 1st down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Denson. Quick completion on the out. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
I love finding those easy plays that I know are low risk, but I'm going to get some positive yards, keep me ahead of the sticks, find my tight end, run that little out route, stay in the middle of the field. Nice high percentage play.
Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, offense is penalized. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Third and long is difficult. You have to push the ball down the field. Nothing worse than watching people dink and dunk on third and long and get tackled, then run the punt unit on. I like the aggressiveness. Try to push the ball down the field. It's not the worst thing in the world. You throw an INT, it's kind of like a punt.
The run to the left. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Power football with the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Washington right back to the line. Gonna run it. It's Lawson. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down.
Timeout, Washington.
Oh, man, this could have disaster written all over it. Going for it inside their own 40. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Washington coming to the line with another first down. To the air, it's McMillan. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets rid of it. And the missed connection on third down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Iowa State is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been clicking in every facet of the game. They're up by 27 over UAB. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Makes a pass to Marker. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Handoff to the single back. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. And the Huskies want to crank the tempo. They'll keep it on the ground. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. They'll mark him down right there, and that'll be enough for a Washington first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They're going to run it. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times in these goal-to-go situations.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Washington. And that one will put him up here in the second half. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking to throw, it's Denson. Quarterback floating away from pressure. On the run, fires downfield. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Huskies. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And they come up with a huge... And that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that...
Turning it on! And the big gain, they've got it on the 46. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. We've reached a break. It's Washington holding the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So first down, we'll open up the final period. To the air, it's Denson. The throw to the outside is complete. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel, gets nailed, but is able to deliver a big completion for his offense.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to take off. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And here's the third interception of the night. Stopped at the 12-yard line, and he wanted that pick six. He'll have to settle for setting up his offense.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Looking for room. It's Washington. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Give to the single back. Not much there. They'll give him one to the 14.
But with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time. Blown the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
And that one looks great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Washington sends out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the quarterback, feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. To the air, it's Denson. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Turning and firing back to the right. That's risky. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Converts on 4th down, still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on 1st down. Wants to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's White. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quarterback extends the play. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
I think the thing that's so impressive about this defense, it's not just the athleticism and the ability to get to the quarterback, it's the variety in the ways they can do it. Sometimes it's a 4-man rush, sometimes it's a 3-man rush, sometimes it's all-out blitz. But with the speed they have, especially in that front 7, it has been a nightmare for this offense.
And it's his 4th interception of the game.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Breaks into the open. Made a defender miss. He moves the chains and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space for you. Now, if you're the play caller, your entire playbook is wide open.
They're looking for an advantage to the right. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
At some point, enough is enough. This is the guy that's beating me. He's priority number one. We got to go get him. It's getting later in the second half. I got to go out and make some plays and get my offense the ball back.
The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's McMillan. Looking for a deep man. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end and coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half, and here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Buys a little extra time. And they fail to hook up on third down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Hunt is on its way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Trying to make magic with his feet. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Timeout called by the offense, 24 seconds left on the clock. The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass, it's Denson. Looking left. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Wants to throw on third down. Fires toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Trying to burn this defensive back. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Man, is that the opportunity they needed? That is exactly what this defense needed. They need to swing momentum. They needed to get the ball back to their offense if they wanted to win this football game. Just such a huge missed opportunity.
Guys, this is a type of signature win that can set the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day,